Okay, the name of this one is By Any Means Necessary. I took the summer off from writing, but I had to write today to calm my nerves because I'm a wreck right now. When I heard there was no justice for Breonna Taylor, I broke down. I say no justice, no peace, no peace, no justice. You obviously know the meaning of no justice, no peace. But when I say the other part, no peace, no justice, that means I'm saying give us the peace of not being killed by the police. And then you have the justice of being able to sleep at night. You won't hear those noises that give you fright. No Molotov cocktails fears. Just dream about your lives and your careers. I know you will love that justice of a nice night's sleep. And we'd like the justice of our lives to keep. You play fair, we will too. Let's work together. That's not so hard to do. I heard a beautiful sister say, looting is what we do. We learned it from you. And that statement is so true. You supremacists have been looting and rioting for years. More wars have been started by the racist government and white supremacists than some street riots could ever do. I'm going to highlight just a few for you. Let's start with Tulsa and how the government helped in that attack. March 31st and June 1st, 1921, mobs of whites deputized and given guns by the city officials who are supposed to protect all. But you know that's never been the call. Black businesses, black people, black residents were burned, destroyed, gunned down. Perpetrators, U.S. government, and every white supremacist in town. And they got others from out of state. They wanted to make sure no blacks would escape. They burnt what was once called Black Wall Street to the ground. Blacks were thriving and surviving. They had their own town. Jealousy and hatred made the government and the white supremacists burn the whole thing down. Also, in every story, well, damn near every story, it's the same thing. Some white woman tell a lie, and then black people have to die. In this story, same old shit. A white woman tell a lie, and they make it legit. More wars and lynchings have been started over this shit. A white woman lie, and black people got to die. Her word is gospel. Her word is truth. No one needs no real proof. Many wars and lynchings have happened over that shit. And let's say that maybe 1 out of 10 times there is truth in what she say. Does that constitute burning down businesses and taking lives away? Guilty or innocent, countless lives are taken away. All on what a white woman say. Bombs were thrown from planes in the air. United States government did it without a care. A straight up massacre there. They destroyed the whole town. That black community, the wealthiest black community around. Homes and businesses were looted. Bombs were dropped. People were shot and killed. The exact number we don't know still. But I can tell you this, after they finished, the town nicknamed Black Wall Street ceased to exist. And these people worry about some street riot. They need to keep quiet. They destroyed Rosewood too. Another black town they wiped off the map. Killed, looted, had the whole town under attack. Why? Because the residents were black. And another white woman said she was attacked. Later it was said she lied about that to cover up an affair she was having with a white man down there. And that began the motivated massacre of black people and destruction of a black town. It was January 1923 in Florida, Levy County. Many were killed, but of the death toll, once again, we can't be sure. They say a number, and eyewitnesses say many, many more. Every home in the town was burnt down except for one, and that home belonged to the only white resident in town. His name was John Wright, and he was all right. He hid the blacks and helped them escape. When it was over, there was no longer a town. John Wright's home was still above ground. Everything else, they burnt down. When it was all said and done, the number of murders is known by no one. An investigation of the violence was done. And who went to jail? No one. Let's go to Philadelphia. May 13th, 1985. The MOVE organization was well and alive. The children were at play until the city of Philadelphia bombed and killed them that day. 11 people, 5 out of them were children, were killed that day in May, and 60 homes were blown away. When flying through the air, an order was given to them, throw explosives down. And of course, a fire ensued, and the fire commissioner said, let the motherfucker burn down. A whole neighborhood left in ruins. 11 people dead, all because the government said, drop a bomb on them in a residential neighborhood. And the mayor was a black man by the name of Wilson Goode. A lot of blacks get in a position of power. The brother man will become worse than the other man. Mistreatment of their own is the name of the game. They don't want to show favoritism to their own, so they treat you worse. It's like a curse. I will show no empathy to anyone who looks like me. It has become the norm. Mayor Goode had no price to pay. He was voted mayor again. How the hell did y'all let him win? Only 2 survivors got out alive that day, and the female survivor had the price to pay. I met Ramona Africa upstate, where she did many years because of the state. She committed no crime of her own. She just grabbed the young child Birdie Africa and ran out of the burning home. And for that, the government charged her and locked her in a cell. May they all be condemned to hell. This story, I'm not about to end. This story, I am about to end. My bad. And I'm not going to redo this over, so y'all just listen to me, okay? So I can put this video in. But don't ever forget about your history. Not his story, your history. The Orangeburg Massacre and how the police opened fire with no provocation, killed and injured many with no price to pay. The only person who paid a price was a black activist named Cleveland Sellers. Because when you speak up for your people, you're put on the government's radar as a black militant. Most black activists who they say are black militants are just talking sense and telling the truth. And the government wants to shut you up or lock you down or put you in a dirt grave just so you can't tell the truth. I speak too openly. They would love to put me to rest. I've already buried 3 sons and 1 daughter. I'm not afraid of anything they can do to me. So I will speak openly. And if the consequences to pay, if there are consequences to pay, I'm all for that too. Nothing is worse than what I've already gone through. Spending half my life in jail, some for crimes I didn't even do, and burying half my family. Nothing you can do can break me or shake me. You jail me, I'm used to that. You kill me, I get half my family back. I'm already half dead in the head. Live or die, I could care less. But only for the strength of my loved ones, I will try my best to remain on this plane and continue to be a pain. Don't you forget Chicago riots. July 27th, 1919. The Atlanta race riots. Greenwood and Columbia race riots. Or how about when the white supremacists overthrew the government in Wilmington race riots of 1898? And there are plenty more. where the white supremacists started war, rioting and looting too, and a government went right along with it. So don't you dare call us animals, thugs, or lowlifes. This government and you supremacists have been doing this your whole life. Most of us can't even begin to do all the cruel things you do. Yes, there are exceptions to every rule, but what a fine teacher they had in you. You love the power. You love the clout. You find all kinds of ways to get your cruelty out. You shoot and kill us and rarely have a price to pay. And now you brought lynching back into play, and you complain about riots when we keep having to bury our dead. By any means necessary, we coming back because we tired of the killings and the attacks. You call it justifiable, we call it justifying back. Now, how does it feel to be under attack? Ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. You better run. Because by any means necessary, we gonna get the job done. Peace out, my queens and kings. Till we meet again. By any means necessary. Peace out, TT.